I didn't know if he was an actor or a rock and roll lead singer had his own band. I didn't know.
Secretly, we all wish we could be the lead singer of a rock and roll band.
Exactly. Yes, we do. So look, this show
And everything that I've ever learned.
You finally get what you... That's like a typical guy.
Finally get the girl that he wants and he doesn't want it anymore.
Wait,
She's going through a breakup. It's going to really rough it.
Let her continue.
Like, let's be honest, that's how us women are too. It's the whole human race.
Can't be therapeutic. So
it's a therapy session now.
And so I ended up getting, and you know what, I'm quite obsessive when it comes to things like this as well. So then it was just like, get down to work. It's time to get a business, and it was the most rewarding experience. It was like 16 hours a day every day on nonstop.
So how long had it been since you started acting to get to this point? Because every actor here, you want to be the driving force behind whatever vehicle. How long did it take from beginning? Was it 10 years, 5 years?
It was 5 years. 5 years. I think I started professionally when I was 18. So about 5, and we started shooting the show about a year and a bit ago. So 5 years. It was a crazy 5 years, and I just fell into it as well. So it was just around. I think that probably helps in a way, because if you want something too bad, sometimes you grasp at it and you
negative
you smother it.
You compensate. Yeah, exactly. Like all my pets.
Animal killer talks about. These are jokes, folks.
But take us through that.
So the show was about a relatively bleak future, 2074, and it's about a guy that takes on a mega corporation to find a woman that sold herself to the company about 5-6 years before. She was down on her luck in a very depraved area of the world, and so they offer young, brilliant, beautiful women the opportunity to work for them in certain places, executive clubs that service a lot of the executives that work for these companies, a lot of the amenities that they have. So he begs her not to go, and she does. And so 6 years on, you find him, and he's reinvented his identity, and he's created this persona, Ben Larson, and in these perfect suits and the perfect hairstyles and everything like that. And along the way has built a life for himself that arguably is far better than the one he left.
Okay.
And so it's, is this who he really? Who is he really? Does this persona become who he really is? And does the end justify the means? Is this life worth losing for the thing that might not be obtainable in the first place?
Right. So this world in 2074, how was it decided? How was it planned on? Like, what will be trending? What will be the things that are going on in this world?
I think the writers just looked at where we're going now. So all the technology that we use is already in play, already in development. There's, I think Samsung are making phones that you can that sort of shoot onto your arm, and they have these sort of buttons.
Oh, yeah, I saw those. Yeah.
You've got the Google Prius already drives itself, so our cars. I mean, it's only a matter of time before all our cars drive themselves. I was saying earlier, there's this Werner Herzog documentary about a machine that you attach to the visual cortex of your brain, and it allows people to extract information or visuals out of your brain just by making you think of them. So you don't have to say anything, which stops torture, technically, which is kind of a good thing. But my character devises this helmet called Everclear, and at the end of this documentary that Werner Herzog does, he says, in 50 years' time, there's no doubt that this could become a machine that you just put on a helmet and that you put in your head, and that's what we have in our show in 50 years' time. So they've just sussed out the effects of global warming and where that's going to take us, technology and its natural developments, and then, general trends and whatever else. And they went, this is the most realistic world we can build.
There's basically no glaciers in this movie.
No, actually, I think, there's a moment she tells, that Julia Ormond tells me that this is just the tip of the iceberg.
And people are like, what's that?
Do you understand what that means? I think I do, but I don't, because I've never seen one. Because I've never heard of an iceberg before, so.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's
dark.
creepy. It's creepy. It's
dark.
So speaking of tech, there's also a VR component on the website.
Yeah, apparently. I haven't done it yet.
You haven't done it yet?
I can tell. He's like,
oh, God. Yeah.
So you haven't tried it out?
I have not tried it out.
You've heard about it.
But I heard some great things. Yeah, and we took virtual reality to Comic-Con as well, and they had Dennis Haysbert torturing you and taking you into the fire room. So, we're trying to keep fans. Maybe don't stick him in a room with Dennis Haysbert. It's a very intimidating person.
Did you make him do the voice ever on set?
You know what? I don't live here, so I didn't get the Allstate stuff. But Eddie Ramos was like, dude, we got to work with the Allstate guy. It's like, Eddie, you can't say that to all cast members together. You can't talk to him about this sort of stuff. Right. But no, he's so much more than that. He's President Palmer 24, and he's on the unit. So
Waiting to Exhale.
He's in Heat too, dude. I mean, he's in Heat, which is just one of the greats.
Oh, yeah.
So
that was a great movie. Have you seen Waiting to Exhale?
No, I haven't.
You got to see him in that movie.
Oh, really?
He's like a bad cheating guy in that movie. So you got to see that, and then when next time you see him, reference it.
I don't know who you are anymore, Dennis. Change, man.
Exactly.
So do you work closely with Ben and Matt?
We work as
I
close.
say them like they're on my first, like
I
Fair enough, look at Matt Damon.
You fall foul of that. Well, Ben, classic Ben. You work as close with them as you can. They're like the busiest actors and directors in the world at the moment. Ben was directing Live by Night, and actually during the pilot, Matt was still doing Bourne, so you go, and Batman, so for Ben. So like it's whenever we can grab them, we can, and they've been really good. And they helped with the editing of the pilot, and they gave verdicts on casting, and what they've done really well is to give everyone underneath them the responsibility and the chance to get it done as well. So everyone at Pearl Street, Jennifer and Margaret, and everyone, we all sort of, they've given us the leeway, but they're workaholics and they do pop in and check it out, which is great to be under.
I want to ask you this: you give hope to people who are in terrible school plays. Because apparently, oh my God, an agent just go to a school play. You're not thinking you're gonna do a school play, the next thing you know, you get discovered.
Yeah, it's crazy. That kind of happened. I didn't think anything of it at the time because it was just such a weird thing to happen. But and like also like he could have been a backstreet dentist of an agent. He could have,
right? Exactly.
You know what I mean? I could have been paying him to represent me, and he's like, "Don't worry, there's loads of auditions coming through." It's like an advert for like a herpes cream or whatever Joey has for friends. I lucked out completely, and then my family. I think my mum and my agent are incredible. One of my agents in London are very close, and I've been very close to Charlie and all the guys. So, it's ridiculous that it happened, but they saw me at a school play, and they'd heard something. They came and watched, and they gave me the card afterwards, and went, "You want to give this a go?" And it happened. Yeah, and 6 months later, after I finished school, I'd done a few bits and bobs, and I did Skins. I booked Skins on my 18th birthday. End of exam, final exam, 18th birthday, and I got signed on Skins. So it was a pretty damn good day.
What a great birthday.
That was a pretty good day. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You got ushered in
can't
the
really talk.
adulthood.
I think I got a nosebleed at the moment it happened. I was just like, no, it's just too much for my brain to compute.
Right. 18, just convulsed, get ushered into the
I
army.
can drink now. Like, it was crazy.
Well, not here, but
overseas.
Overseas, yeah.
Okay. Oh no, here you can join the army, but you can't drink.
Right.
You can shoot people, but don't you dare drink a
Don't-
beer.
don't do that.
Don't you go drinking beers now.
Don't you do it?
So when does the show premiere?
So the show premieres on SYFY on November 30th. It'll also be simultaneously airing on USA. It got picked up by 2 networks. So
What?
yeah,
That
I
is
don't know, yeah.
double win.
So
Look at you. He got his first lead role. Now he's on 50 million networks. He's blowing up, boys. Get him now. He's blowing up. Sean, appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much for
having me.
coming.
It was
for
great.
joining us, man. Thank you for joining us. All right, guys, coming up. How does a brand that's been used to generations and generations of older people attract a younger generation in a digital age? But first, let's get to some headlines from Corey at the Stock Exchange. Corey, what's up, boo?
Freddie, can I just say off top, Freddie, those glasses are giving